Hi, this is Terry. Welcome back to my channel. Recording this Monday morning, and we had some SCOTUS news today, and I'm super happy to hear that the Supreme Court of the United States once again preserved abortion rights for women. Yay! I think they were expecting like 13 rulings before this morning. I think there were only 2. So does that mean Thursday's going to be super, super busy? And do we still need to be a little stressed out, or are we moving in the right direction? I don't know, but Monday mornings around 7 o'clock, I start to get pretty nervous. Anyway, so that was good news, and I love that we started off with that, because here in the Mead household, it's been a little stressful. We are 106 days into COVID sheltering in place, and we are not doing well, right? What do you think?
We've had good days and weeks. We've had iffy days and weeks. We've had shitty days and weeks.
But doesn't it feel like hour by hour it's shifting? I mean, last week was really, really shitty and was really, really hard. This morning we're looking good. I don't know where you are with this, what your temperature is around this, but I'm feeling like we're kind of in a good place. But usually, you know what? The tone is really set by how Adam's doing.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
But way to call him out on that.
No, it's not a way to call him out on it.
You're definitely calling him out right now, Mom.
That was not intentional to call him out, but it does influence the dynamics within our household. And I think back to when he went to college back in August and how you and I were doing really, really well. And now it's, I think it's a little bit rougher right now. And it's been hard. And I know that our family isn't the only one that's feeling a little crumbly, not a little crumbly, just cracked and tested right now. My friend's daughter came over last night and just wanted to talk because she's stressed out. She's trying to find some work to make some money to pay for her car and her apartment, and the opportunities are just harder right now for college kids who would normally be doing internships or be counselors at camp and away. And the kids have just been home longer than they were supposed to be, and it's showing. The stress on them is showing. And my bigger concern long term, short term it's hard. They can develop resilience, they can develop certain coping behaviors and hopefully healthy ones. But long term, I'm actually concerned about this really creating a fragile foundation for them, and it'll be interesting to see the long term effects. Like we're pushing Adam to go to San Diego. This gal who came over, she's pushing to go back to school, live in a house with friends, even if classes are online, and just to have some sense of being on their own and being able to develop the adulting skills around what they're supposed to be doing after they graduate from high school. So I'm a little concerned about that, and I feel like every day is a bit of a slog here in the Mead household. And once again, I know we're not the only ones who are struggling with this. I'm a lot irritated that we have been practicing really good sheltering in place behaviors in terms of not going out much, being very selective about when we do and who we spend time with, wearing masks, washing our hands, and I would say being good citizens and being good members of our society. And to see so many other people in other parts of the country not respecting all of that, and the increase in the COVID cases and the hospitalizations, and then also the ripple effect in terms of the impact on business productivity once again, and people's ability to make money, people's ability to spend money, and the negative ripple effect on our economy. I reached out to a gal that I placed an order from recently, and I was just like, hey, I'm super excited to get your product. Just wanted to, no pressure, just wanted to know when to expect it. And she gave me a call back and she said, I'm really sorry. We've had a slowdown here in Houston as a result of the increase in the COVID cases. And I'm like, are we really back to where we were back in March because we reopened too quickly and people are completely ignoring wearing masks and spending time in close contact with a bunch of other people? There's a thing going around on on social media about all of us who've been following the quote unquote rules around wearing masks and, social distancing, etc. It's almost like we're the ones who always did the group projects because no one else would. And now I feel like we're starting all over again, and it just sucks, right? How are you feeling about that? Are you even paying attention to this?
I mean, yeah, it's frustrating. I've kind of resigned myself to it, just waiting until I can go see my friends in person again and give them a hug, because that is the part of my life where it's like most noticeably impacted by this stuff that's going on. And didn't you say this was going to be a positive video, Mom?
Well, it okay, so, yeah, I did. But I also wanted to talk about the realities, and it really is to make it so that if you're feeling any of these things, if your family is struggling, if you're living alone and you are struggling because it's just, there's no end in sight, you're not alone. I hope that makes you feel a little bit better in light of everything that is going on. I had another gal, Danielle Vincent, who is the author of the book Unicorn, and also I have a copy of it up here, and she's also the CEO founder of a company called Outlaw Soaps, and she and I met through Jason Calacanis's launch program. She was one of the founders that went through the program, and so we've exchanged some emails. And she asked me about how I'm planning, because she said she's struggling with being able to plan out, and with a company, with a startup, you need to be able to put plans in place and do financial models, and so that you can then convince investors to invest in your vision and be able to support it with a good plan. And it was a really interesting question because I am a total planner. I mean, I'm a certified project manager. I get paid to plan. I'm really good at it. And right now, I'm not planning anything. There are two things that are coming up. One is Ray starting back to school in middle college for their junior year in early August, but we know that's online, so Ray's not going anywhere. And then Adam will go back to San Diego sometime mid-August to start classes online around the 24th of August. And those are basically the two things that we have, and those aren't even things that I have control over. We have no summer plans. I'm trying to put together a camping trip because that seems like the safest thing to do and get us, off technology and off the grid for a little bit. And
that would be rad.
I know. I'm working with some friends to make that happen because I want it to be a big group, but we also need a big space so that we're not violating social distancing and creating a bigger problem within COVID. But as a planner, I have nothing to look forward to. It's really hard. So what I'm working on is developing greater comfort in the discomfort of not knowing and not having control over things, and being very, very flexible and taking everything day by day and working through, just being diligent about the 3 client projects that I'm working on. I do have to have plans around that, but when they are not able to deliver on stuff or things change, because one client, it feels like things are changing hourly, is just being able to go, trust that I'm going to be able to respond and react and be able to provide really good quality consulting services based on my years of experience. And so I think this is a really good thing for me to get more comfortable doing, is that I can't have it all nailed down and figured out like I like to. And it's okay. So I really do take it day by day. And what makes this easier is being supported by my friends. And I wrote up June's crew chat, just like I promised on Saturday, and it's on self-care. So it's not on economics, it's on self-care, because yesterday when I was writing it up, it was like, what do I need most right now? And I was flipping through the book, Piloting Your Life, to see what was speaking to me, and it was about self-care. And right now, I think it's important to get together virtually or socially distance safely with our friends to talk about what we need, what we want, what we can get right now, how we can make time for self-care, because I think that's something that's incredibly important, and it's helping me. Yesterday, I reached out to my friend Jacqueline and just said, hey, I need to go for a hike. So we did the 3-mile llama loop, which I absolutely love. And we saw llamas and goats, and they came running to see us. And we saw mama deer with 2 baby deer. And it was like really, really, I called that the bonus animal. And it was really quite lovely. And then I had another call with my friend Candace where we were supposed to be planning out our July, do I have it right here? Silk and Sonder planner. And July is passion. We ended up chatting more than anything else, but tomorrow night we're gonna talk about that too. So surrounding myself with friends, making sure that, well, not physically with friends, but the best I can with the virtual, and some hiking in real life. And then also, so exercise, yoga, meditation, and then just being really gentle and patient with myself as I'm working through and supporting the family on where they need to be, as well as what I need for me. So it's all about, for me, learning how to be more flexible and more fluid and really going with the flow. So any thoughts, Ray? Not super negative. It was kind of spun around to be a little positive.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like one of our days. It starts one way and ends the other.
Yeah. On another positive note, I'm wearing a Joelle Benvenuto creation. Joelle is my neighbor, and she does these beautiful modern necklaces and earrings, and I'll put a link in the description. And now I'm kind of seeking out fun and exciting jewelry to wear each and every time, because notice, once again, I'm not doing my hair. The next topic I may talk about is beauty, and I watched a TEDx talk on beauty sickness, and I may talk about that next time, because there's a lot to unpack on that. But until then, I think we're going to wrap this up, and I want to say thanks for subscribing, thanks for watching. I love to hear from you, so feel free to let me know in the comments what you're doing to take care of yourself during COVID, and if you feel like it's a restart on our sheltering in place, and if you're actually able to make plans and how that sits with you. Love to hear that. And as always, take some risks, let go of perfection, and above all else, have some fun.
And wear a mask.
And wear a mask.
Ha! Gotcha!